Hi, I'm Kendall. I'm a transfer student applying to the nursing program, and what motivates me to become a nurse is to help people, and I feel like that is the obvious answer, to help people. But when people go into hospitals or doctors' offices and they're scared and they don't know what's going on, in my experiences, doctors look at patients more like a problem that needs to be solved. And I want to be a person that looks at a patient and sees them as a person who has concerns and that needs someone to listen. I want to have that connection with them where I'm listening, and I want to be the person who is with them step through step, explaining what's going on, because most people don't understand what's going on when they're in the hospital. And I want to make sure they know why they're there, what's happening, what's going on. I don't want them to be left in the dark. So I think a big part of why I want to be a nurse is just to help people through one of the hardest times in their lives. A time I have persevered was my high school soccer, my entire high school soccer experience. I have always been on the top teams in club soccer, and when I got to middle school, I was like, I'm making varsity as a freshman in high school. And when that came, I didn't. I made JV. And that was like a blow to my confidence, but I'm like, okay, it's fine. But then COVID happened, so we ended up not playing any of it. But I came back the next year, my sophomore year, and at tryouts, I was asked by the head varsity coach could either play varsity and be the worst one on the team, or I could play JV. I knew that I worked harder and I was better than some of the girls on varsity, and I knew that if I had my chance, I could prove myself. So I said I was gonna play varsity. So the season goes on. I ride the bench. I don't play. It's not a fun experience for me at all. I eventually tell my family to stop coming to games. I'm embarrassed. It was like the hardest, from going to playing a lot of my club games to not playing high school with girls who are on lower club teams than I am, was a blow to my confidence. And I showed up to every practice, worked 110%, and I was like, this coach is going to see what I can do. Like, I'm going to prove to him. It never happened. I was never given the opportunity to play in the games. So that, going from playing a sport that I love for 10 years of my life to hating it and wanting to quit, was awful, because soccer was a huge part of my life. And I had already been talking to a college coach, and I'm so grateful for that, because if I hadn't been, I probably would have quit soccer after that. Like, my friends and teammates that I grew up playing soccer with were on this varsity team with me, and after like wins, they would go out and eat, like go out to a restaurant and eat together. I was never invited, and these were girls I grew up with. These were my friends, and I was like, why was this happening? And it made me want to quit. So I did not play soccer my junior or senior year for the high school. I continued to play club. When high school came around, I just didn't play. But I had already been talking to this coach here in Saginaw, Michigan at Delta College. It's a JUCO school. So I was able to continue my soccer career after high school, and I was able to play for 2 years here. And the community here and the environment and then my teammates and my friends like helped me relearn to love the game of soccer. If it wasn't for Delta, I wouldn't be able to continue to play soccer, and now I'm able to play soccer at Green Bay, so I'm super excited. But throughout this experience, I learned that even if I work hard, that hard work isn't always acknowledged or seen, and that I have to do it for me and not for anybody else. I need to be able to put myself in a situation where I have a good set of teammates, a good set of friends, a good set of people just around me, making sure that I thrive in any situation. So even though that was a real blow to confidence, I learned a lot from it. I love to travel and see new places, meet new people, and traveling just makes me so happy. So, with nursing, I love that there are different options to get into a travel agency and be able to travel around the country, meet new people, go where they need me, try new things. Like, that is another big part of like why I want to be a nurse. Like, the travel aspect, just it like calls to me. Like, I want to travel. So, thank you for your consideration.